Hey friends, I wanted to shoot a little video and just share a little bit of my health journey over the last 12 months in hopes of maybe encouraging some of you or even bringing hope to those of you guys who have lost hope that your health could ever get any better. Because that's where I was a year ago, 43 years old, felt like 53 years old. I was, as some say, fat, sick, and felt nearly dead. I was constantly tired, I had no energy, I had sleep apnea, snored so loud that my wife slept on a bunk bed in one of our kids' rooms. I was on blood pressure medicine. I felt hopeless that it could ever get better. Well, it was about March this year that my wife looked me in the eye one evening and said, Chris, do you feel like that you're being a good steward with the one body that God has given you? And to be honest with you, I was ticked, and I just looked at her and I said, I think you know the answer to that. And the conversation was over. I went to bed angry that night. When I woke up the next morning, the emotions had subsided, and I realized that the reason she asked me that question is because she loved me and she cared and she believed that God had something better for me. Well, later that day, I was at a coffee shop, and as I got up to leave, I looked over and made eye contact with a guy I'd never met before. And he came over and he introduced himself as Eric Robbins. And I said, so what do you do for a living? And to my surprise, he said, well, I'm a health coach. I partner with people and walk with people to help them hit their health goals. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I said, let me tell you about a conversation that I had with my wife last night. Eric began to share with me that he had not always been healthy and fit. In fact, he shared with me that several years prior, he had been morbidly obese with incredibly high blood pressure, and his doctor told him he probably only had a few more years to live. Now, that's when God sent someone into his life who helped him in his own health journey. In fact, Eric went from what he describes as fat, sick, and nearly dead to being one of the oldest contestants ever on American Ninja Warrior. As Eric experienced this transformation, he decided he himself wanted to help others. And sitting there with Eric, he told me, and he's said it a million times since, Chris, lifelong transformation happens one healthy habit at a time. And he said, you are capable of developing those habits and experiencing transformation. Not only are you capable, but you're going to do it. And he said, really what you need is three things. You need a coach who is willing to be there with you through thick and thin. You need a community of people who's on the same journey that you're encouraging, and that's a source of accountability for you. And then you need a simple plan that you can carry out in your everyday life. And he goes, I can help you with all three of those things. And I said, man, sign me up. And I began to experience incredible transformation. So I lost 63 pounds. My blood pressure completely came into check. I'm able to work my way off blood pressure medicine. I don't have sleep apnea anymore. I'm not snoring anymore. My wife is sleeping in the same bed again. My energy levels and my mental clarity is through the roof. I feel like I'm a better dad than I've maybe ever been. And I just feel incredible. And I've come to the point where, and Lynn's as well, where it's like we want to do for others what Eric and his wife Cherie did for us. So Linz and I are taking a step of faith and starting our own coaching business called Health Relaunch. We have friends that we've been journeying with who are seeing huge success. Our first several clients are seeing big success, and we would be absolutely honored to walk with you towards a lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. If you'd like more information or would like to connect with us, please email us at teamhornbrook@healthrelaunch.com or hit us up on social media.